The interesting thing is, the property market's showing far more resilience to the second lockdown. So if you can, subscribe, like the channel. If you've got any questions, chuck them into the comments right now, and I'll be happy to answer them. This is quite interesting because a lot of people are saying, oh, second lockdown is going to be even worse than the first, and then people are saying it was going to be through Christmas and all this. I don't think it will be, I don't think it will be. I've thought, no, it'll be that, and then Christmas will open back up. Now, will they extend it for an extra 2 weeks or something? Maybe, but I think over Christmas, look, I think the reality is it's the UK. If anyone says you can't go and see your family over Christmas, there'll be these two fingers getting put up to a lot of politicians and police and all that sort of stuff. So in some ways, save the hassle, have a good Christmas, and but just be responsible and wear masks. And I think that's probably the message they should be saying is, hey, we're going to open back up, but be responsible. We've got the vaccine coming, so just hold out for a little bit longer and be responsible. And I think if they do that, that's likely to work really well. So let's see how we go. UK house prices soared to record high. They just keep going up. It says 3-bedroom semi, they're $250,000 for the first time. This is the reality. I thought that come the end of September, into October, things would start to slow down. November, December, January slow down. February starts to get a bit momentum up again. But we've gone all the way through into November, and November's kept going. And yes, things have slowed down a little bit. It's not the feverish pitch that it was. So, it is slowing down, but it's, with the furlough extension and with, lots of people are talking about the stamp duty extension. I don't think it will, all right? And the reason I don't think it will, and actually, I shouldn't say that. I think potentially they will change the way it's done. So, right now it's everybody gets stamp duty holiday. I think what they'll do is they'll say international investors need to pay this, whereas locals get this, So I think they'll put in a few measures like that. But it depends what happens over the next sort of 4 months, 5 months, until we get into that sort of spring bounce. So we'll see, But it's hard to find, negative news, negative things. There's negative spin on everything. All these articles I've got negative spin on. But the reality is that's more because it wants to get headlines than actually being the reality from my perspective. So things are, they're looking pretty good. And I think, it's a good way to do it. Look, the other side of it is if you look at real house prices. Yeah, this is, so 2015 is the base. In other words, everyone started 100 in 2015. And you look at China, 30% growth. Yeah, UK 10%, which actually is below the OECD average. Yeah, Italy is all the way down the bottom. So it's quite amazing when you think about it, what's happening there. It's not like we've got runaway prices. Now, yes, there's lots of that happening, but at the end of the day, we haven't had that much capital growth. We've had austerity laid with Brexit. Yeah. And now coronavirus, okay? So yeah. So, look, there's huge opportunities out there. And as long as you're not, the news is there to have the headlines. And, unfortunately that's, and a lot of them are the majority of the negative headlines, unfortunately. But I think the real key is, how does it affect your portfolio? How does it affect your career? Things like disruption, all that. And when you work all that out, actually you might find that now there's no better time to invest than now. The rates are insane. We're talking, I've got some clients who are talking about 1.9%, which is just extraordinary, and the cash flow on that is so cheap, and they're able to lock that in for 2 to 5 years. Okay, so yeah. So guys, that's it for this week. Any questions you've got, you can call the team, you can email the team. And we're more than happy to answer it, more than happy to give you, our 2 cents in predictions and where we think things are going and how your strategy can work or not work and, all that sort of stuff. We're here to sort of help you guys. But look, thank you very much.